Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you so much for our time together. Yes, I am back in Manila. I got home Sunday night, but I taped quite a few of these in advance so that the pressure would be off because there'd be a lot of catching up to do when I get back home, and I didn't know what kind of damage the storm would have done or how much time we needed to spend with relief, so it's called getting ahead a little bit. I'd like us to go back in our thinking to Proverbs chapter 19, verse 11. Solomon tells his son, a man's wisdom gives him patience, and it is an honor, it is a glory to a man to overlook an insult. When I was a young man, it was very popular to hear people stand up in a pulpit and say, be careful what you pray for because God will give it to you. And when you pray for God to give you patience, God is going to give you a lot of tests and trials and problems to create patience in your life. But nobody ever taught us how patience really comes. A man's wisdom gives him patience. You're not going to get patience by all the suffering and difficulties you go through in life. A man's wisdom gives him patience. A man being able to sit down and not just know facts. Knowledge is simply knowing facts. Wisdom is how to apply those facts. Your ability to sit down and apply knowledge to situations, that is what will give you patience. Now, if you're lacking wisdom, if you get over to Proverbs chapter 1, you'll find that one of the primary purposes of the book of Proverbs was to gain wisdom. If you're lacking patience, let me encourage you to read one chapter in Proverbs every day for a month and then repeat that for 12 months. By the end of 12 months, you will have a very different perspective on just about everything in life as the wisdom of God flows into you. And then you'll find that you learn to be a lot more patient. He continues there and he said, now, son, I also want you to understand. It's not being a sissy. It's not being a wimp. It's not being weak to overlook an insult. It's to a man's honor. It's to a man's glory. My father used to say it this way. He said, David, you don't have to pick up every stick and stone people throw at you. Life is full of insults. And usually insults come from small-minded people who have a lot of anger issues and a lot of issues in their own life, and you just happen to be in front of them and it came out of them on you. If you'll learn in life, don't take seriously every silly thing people say to you, and don't get too upset about every horrible, nasty thing people write about you online. My goodness, would you like to be me and have all the things people say about me? At some point you just have to go, welcome to life. They called Jesus all kinds of horrible things, and he didn't go around and get mad at it and defend himself to everything. It's to a man's honor to be able to look at insults and just, I'm going to overlook that. Now you find that if you'll do that, you'll have a lot more peace in your life.